What's up, guys? BULL2 the Foul-Handed here, bringing you the final installment of BULL2 versus 169th. Bull's Light Brigade versus 169th Armored Division final game. BULL2 has won 2 at this point. 169th has won 2. As well as one boring ass draw that I decided not to post. It really sucked, and I'm not sure even I could make that shit sound exciting. This will be the final decision of the scrimmage. See who is the winner. Right now, we zoom in on 169th Armored Division, zooming off the hill, hitting the valley, ready to spot targets and fire. BULL2 is on top of the hill. They have Temple Hill. They are not moving. They are camping that location. Very wise, because it is strong defensively. Here we have Zodiac in his Type 59, the leader of Bull's Light Brigade. Now, you're not going to find either one of these commanders setting in the back. Big Papa Bows and Zodiac are front line commanders, even if they don't have front line armor. Big ups goes out to both of these boys. We have 169th Armored Division pushing towards the hill. In the front, of course, we have Big Papa Bows, leading from the front as a true leader should be. The rest of the boys are forming up on him, and they're ready to assault the temple. They have a pretty good idea where BULL2 are, and they're not wrong. They're posted up on that hill, not willing to move. They have a forward scout, and they're trying to see if they can't go ahead and pull in some shots early in the game. Zooming back in, we see a couple of rounds are being exchanged. Nothing major, just some probing fire, if you will. Trying to get to know one another at distance. Returning fire, 169th is putting rounds down range. On the downside, they are getting the worst end of it versus BULL2. They have the height, and we have Zodiac pushed up forward of BULL2, spotting targets. So we have 3 tanks that are not visible through the sight range of the 169th. They're essentially doing what tank destroyers do all the time. Use someone else's view range instead of your own. If you're spotted in a tank destroyer, you're doing it wrong. So, concentrated fire from Temple Hill has led 169th to stall their attack. They have consolidated their position. The good news is no one has lost any tanks yet, although 169th is receiving the worst end of this deal, as they cannot seem to get anyone in position to spot BULL2 on top of Temple Hill. Here we have Big Papa Bows taking a peek over, seeing if he can light something up. He's got to make something happen soon, or else his boys are going to get chewed apart. He knows that. He has a lot of pressure on him, as well as the rest of his team. BULL2, on the other hand, are very concerned that Zodiac survive. If for some reason he gets caught out in the open and burned to the ground, the entire operation is going to grind to a halt, as they will have no one to light any targets up, and it will most assuredly break down into a swirling melee. So there is a lot of pressure on both teams right now to not lose spotters. The 59 seems to be outspotting the Indian Panzer. Not a lot happening at this point in the game. Neither side is willing to commit their forces for fear they'll get chewed up. On the other side of the center hill is none other than Big Papa Bose. He has worked his way around, and he is in desperate need to spot some of BULL2 on top of the hill. I think he can do it. He's in an excellent position. He moves up, he spots them. His heavies in the distance commence their long-range bombardment. Very successful tactic. It's worked numerous times on others, and it can work here. Moving back to Zodiac and his Type 59, he is pushing up on the two heavies of 169th. Not a lot of rounds are being put on him at this point. He is in good cover. He is safe for now. Although, if they get the idea he is all by his lonesome, they will rush him and he will die. Outnumbered 2-1, very rarely do you end up coming out on top. He's just taking a peek around, and he continues to push up. He's decided all his eggs are in one basket. It's all or nothing. He's going to go ahead and act aggressively. Go ahead and try to pull this game into the bag. His boys can obviously see these guys, but they have no clear shots, as 169 is completely in cover. Not a lot going on right now. It's amazing that the Type 59 has not been utterly destroyed yet. I think even Zodiac is surprised. So we have 169th taking some rounds. He's down to a half, maybe even a third health, but he's still in the game. He's still in good cover. He is far from dead. The Tiger II is holding an excellent lateral hull down position, making good use of his cover. We go ahead now and zoom in to the remainder of 169th. It looks like two of them are going to attempt to sneak up on the rest of the force. The money is on the table. All we have to do is lay down our cards and see who wins. It's anybody's game in the BULL2 169 scrim. Anybody's game. Still holding a superior position, the Super Pershing refuses to budge, safe behind his layer of spaced armor. We zoom in now to the Type 59, extremely close to the 169th. The only thing that is protecting him at this point is the hill in which he is hiding from BULL2 behind. If the hill wasn't there, he would charge over the hill without having to worry about getting shot and eliminate the T-59. The T-59 is in the perfect position. Anyone who attempts to rush him will get cut to pieces by his guys on top of the Temple Hill. Little does he know, the remainder of 169th's force is pushing up, getting ready to make an assault on Temple Hill. Rounds are being exchanged. HP is flying off of tanks. All the while, the BULL2 Super Pershing is moving into position. The idea behind this is, I believe they want to 1v1 the two remaining 169 tanks on that side of the board. Unfortunately, no one is nearby to help either one of them if it goes south. A 169 just went down, tangoing with the other Tiger II, and he goes down as well. It seems softening them up in the early stages of the game has paid off for Zodiac. Can he pull the remainder of this game out? There are two 169th Division tanks left, but they're far from beaten. They look like they've got a lot of fight in them. One is ready to lay rounds down range. What is going to happen next? You have one in the rear on overwatch and one taking point. Perfect setup. Ready to make rounds happen. Thick in cover. Somehow gets spotted by the Type 59. The Indian Panzer, Big Papa Bose, is taking rounds. He is backing off, preparing to return fire. Not a lot can be seen at this point, and unfortunately 169th is split up with 100 meters apart from each one. If somehow they could get closer to one another, when the battle comes to them, they could assist each other greatly instead of being 2v1, which I am sure is what Bull's Light Brigade is planning. Here BULL2 is advancing, and the 169th is taking rounds, preparing to drop in to a defensive posture, hull down, side scrape. At this point, you have to do whatever you can. At this point in the game, the cards are laid on the table, and BULL2 is holding the winning hand. The winner of the overall scrimmage is Bull's Light Brigade at 3 wins over 169th's 2 wins. Good game all around. We'll see you next time.